Wagwan brethrens and sisters, it's imaniblaize here, and I'm back with another video, schmidio. What are we talking about? Well, first off, let me go ahead and set the vibe. If you are new here, let me let you know how I get down here. I speak openly and honestly about all things mental health, wellness, real talk, all the things dem. Now that we have that understanding, hit that subscribe button, stay a while. I'm sure I'm going to say something that you need to hear. And if not, then bye. What are we talking about today? We're talking about how storms come through to clear things out. And although it may seem like you're in a storm right now, it's supposed to happen. It's clearing out the things that are in the way right now so that after the storm is over, you know what to rebuild and where to rebuild, where to direct your energy as far as like rebuilding after the storm. Y'all know, if you aren't new here, that like I just said, I speak openly and honestly, and I speak from my own experiences. So I'm going to talk about a recent storm that I perceived it as a storm for like a day, but then I was like, this isn't a storm. This is exactly what was supposed to happen. And thank you, God. So my storm, I'll do that. I'll talk about what the storm was, and then I will bring it full circle like I usually do. What was the storm? My storm, or what was perceived as a storm, was me getting let go from the yoga studio that I have been teaching at for the last almost 2 full years. And I've been going through like a grieving process because I'm not one of these people in the yoga industry who is in it for like the business of yoga and the money of it. Like, I'm really in it for the practice and what this practice does for the world, for your vessel. Like, that's where I'm at with it. So I'm grieving the community that I lost at the studio. Now I could go back to the studio, but I just wouldn't because of how it happened and everything that I know. And I'm still, like I said, moving through a grieving process. So I'm not going to speak on that just yet, because I know that any words that I say around that situation are still fueled with hurt and anger. So until I heal that wound, I'm not gonna speak on it, because I could feel it I could feel the hurt in my body. But either way, I was let go from the studio, and I thought it was a storm at first, because I'm like, okay, I have Simply Soul Searchin. Simply Soul Searchin that's where all of my energy goes. But I teach and I make money teaching at the studio, so I just lost money. Oh my God. And I just said I'm not in it for the money, but like, I lost money and I lost my community, and I thought I lost it. We're gonna get full circle. The storm seemed like I lost money, I lost my community, I lost access to a space that was helping me grow, all of the things then. Through sitting, I realized though that all that happened was God knew I wasn't leaving that space until I was like pushed out and forced out. For the last, I'm going to say 4 months now, 4 or 5 months, I have gotten clear on the fact that I wasn't fully aligned to the space anymore. And I wasn't fully happy being in the space because of just certain things that I didn't agree with. And it started to feel like I was like selling my soul to be in the space. And dang, I'm ashy. Oh my God. It started to feel like I was selling my soul to be in the space. Not saying like I was doing anything that I shouldn't be doing, but like I felt a part of me, like there's a part of me that I couldn't bring into that space. And it's really important for me to be able to bring a certain version of myself into a healing space. So because I wasn't able to do that, I was delivering the practice, but from a watered down version of myself. And that made me feel like I'm selling my soul. So I was complaining about it constantly, every day almost, coming home, complaining to my boyfriend about this, and just starting to not feel good about being in this space. But I also hadn't fully planned out my exit, and I hadn't fully planned out, I just didn't plan. And I'm a planner. I don't like to just jump. I like to know, I like to be able to see the next thing that I'm stepping into. I don't like being in the unknown. But God has been telling me this for years now, that like, in order for me to fully get everything that I want, I have to jump in, and I have to do it in the unknown. And when I listen, I reach the next level each and every time. That's literally been the pattern of my life. Oh my God, I'm scared to do this. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, God, I'm going to trust you. I'm going to jump. I jump. Oh, I can swim here. Okay, everything's good here. Then when I get everything that I need from that space, it's time to jump again. So that's what this was. Me being let go from the studio was me needing to jump again. But it seemed like a storm to begin with. But after the storm has cleared, something that I learned in teacher training is that your students will follow you anywhere you go. So after the storm cleared, I realized, okay, I still have my students. They're still going to find me wherever I am. I wasn't even happy there, and I wasn't leaving until I had the plan together, and who knows when the full plan was going to execute itself. The time is now. After the storm cleared, I came back to my why. After the storm cleared, I understood why I could no longer be in this space. And I'm getting passionate because I feel my ancestors moving through me in this moment, like confirming these words that I'm speaking right now. Like, the storm is here to clear shit out. You're stagnant right now. And so this storm, you need this storm. This storm is going to help you move. This storm is going to help you reevaluate. This storm is going to help you take safety precautions for the next storm. Because these storms gonna come. It's life. It's a part of life. It's natural. It's nature. But you have to be able to weather the storms. And when I felt like I was in a storm, the way I weather storms is I hold on to God, and I cry, and I let it out, and I admit to not understanding, and I ask God for that peace of mind regardless of what's going on. And once I get that, the storm clears, and all I have is further direction from Spirit. And so I'm just saying all this to say that if you feel like you're in a storm right now, you got to sit. You got to ground yourself. You have to call on God, and you have to ask for peace of mind and understanding. Those two things will allow you to see clearly. Those two things will allow the storm to pass quicker. It's not even a storm. It's just necessary action for you to reach. Why am I still doing this? I'm going to keep doing it though. It's necessary action for you to reach where God and your ancestors want you to go. I feel like this is distracting, so I'm going to stop. But seriously, you got fired from that job. You wasn't supposed to be at a damn job anyway. You got shit to do. Your ancestors want you to be doing stuff, and you're wasting your energy trying to make a living, trying to survive. What are you doing? What are you doing? You missed that appointment. She was probably finna mess up your shit anyway. You supposed to be like, all I'm saying is, like, when stuff goes wrong, it's for a reason, and embrace that reason instead of dwelling on what has gone wrong. Because the more energy that you spend focusing on what has gone wrong, the less energy you have to use doing the thing that God brought the storm into your life for anyway. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? The storm is redirection. I'm babbling now. I think I made all the points. That's usually what happens if y'all notice in these videos. Once I've made my point, I start like just looking for other shit to talk about. Ain't shit else to talk about. The storm is here to clear, okay? Focus on rebuilding and where you're going to direct your energy after the storm. I love you. I mean it. Bye. Mwah.